badly treated.
You can see in the backyard, you can see the dog. Let's take a look.
In Harris County, a dog hangs in a garden.
We need 9 crates en route. It's a seizure. The dog is hanging.
Let's get this one out of here right now before it dies.
The wounded dog is taken to the vets.
She's lactating. Did she have puppies with her?
I was just calling to see if you all had found any puppies on the property because the dog that we have here is lactating.
I bet they're starving. I mean, because that was the mama.
A litter of tiny puppies. Animal Cops Houston. Mother. 1 hour earlier.
10 a.m. Houston SPCA investigator Tricia Price receives an urgent call north of the city. She knows the property well. The owner has failed to respond to repeated notices regarding his dogs, and the new report suggests things have just gotten much worse.
The case, a hanging dog. The assigned police officer, Deputy Christine Kendrick.
You can see in the backyard, you can see the dog. Let's take a look. Okay.
There are 9 dogs in the yard, and one of them is in serious trouble.
A large dog is caught in wire cable and hangs over a wooden structure.
We need 9 crates en route. It's a seizure. The dog is hanging.
Kendrick tries to reach the dog through the garden fence.
All of the boards are falling apart.
I look over the fence, and the dog's hung up by its arm and his neck, and it looks like it could barely sit down.
The dog is entangled in a wire cord which is slowly strangling him. He'll die if the team doesn't act immediately.
What we're going to do is do an exigent circumstance on the one. We'll take it, get it off the property. What I'm going to need to do, Bobby, is stay here while I go get a warrant, and I got to go downtown to get it unless I can get Judge Gorginski at home. So let's get this one out of here right now before it dies. Somebody just stand here because there's one loose. I don't want it coming through.
Yeah, wait a minute. I got it.
After removing wooden planks from the fence, Kendrick climbs through.
Somebody let me know if he pulls up.
Yeah.
The team has to be careful. Some of the dogs are running loose, and they seem aggressive.
He is not friendly.
No, he's not friendly.
Or he may be just in pain.
The dog is held in a catch pole by Investigator Price. Kendrick tries to untangle the wire cord.
All right, you got him?
The dog is hauled free.
Get a crate for him. All right, give me that. I got it. Go get a crate.
I'm getting a crate because the dog is so tangled up in the cable, he can't even walk. So we're having to get a crate just to be able to put the dog in it to remove it because the dogs are very aggressive back there.
I know, baby.
Is he okay?
He's calmed down.
Has he?
Yeah.
Can we walk him out, you think?
No, I think his leg is stiff and numb and everything.
Okay.
Let's put him in there. I don't want to make him walk.
Okay.
Using the pole, Kendrick puts the dog into the crate.
That leg is so stiff he can't even, it's just like he's dragging it. It's not even functioning. Yeah.
With the dog safely in the crate, the team can turn their attention to the others. None of them have food or water, and many seem underweight.
I'll be back.
Kendrick heads off to obtain a seizure warrant for the remaining dogs. Price will rush the first one to the shelter.
He could be in shock. I don't know what's going on with him, but I do know he needs a vet right now.
She drives off in a 4x4, transporting the dog to the Houston SPCA, with an estimated arrival time of 20 minutes.
Across town, Chief Investigator Charles Jansen is heading to a stable in Waller County, where 26 miniature horses are in desperate need of help. 3 weeks ago, the Houston SPCA began investigating their owner when they first discovered the horses were in poor condition.
I asked him 3 weeks ago about the hay, and he said it's just too expensive. That's all.
This morning, investigator Randy Farmer returned to the property and decided enough was enough.
The conditions are basically the same. The stalls haven't been cleaned ever, so they're standing on dirt that's as high as a foot to 2 foot, standing in their own feces.
Investigator Randy Farmer, a year on the job, is a slim man in his 30s.
It's pretty dry back there, but you know, their watering conditions are the same as they were, just getting back the way they were before I came here 3 weeks ago.
The Waller County Police Department has issued the owner with a court warrant to seize the animals. Jansen's hoping they're not too late to save them.
It's hard for minis to lose weight. Minis being emaciated like this, it's very difficult to do. When you have animals that look like this that are minis, something is obviously very wrong.
As well as being emaciated, some of the horses are suffering with severe hoof problems. Jansen suspects they're in pain and wants to keep them calm so they don't lash out.
Go against that fence right there. Bring this one and go ahead and bring it in. We're establishing a corral inside there to bring some food and lure the horses into a smaller confined area. We're setting everything up to where we can then, once the animal's in a small confined area, then we can push them as a herd and onto the trail and keep their stress level down. All right, so what I want y'all to do is go stand over there along that gate, and when I lead the horses in, just swing the panels around.
The horses are hungry, so tempting them into the corral is easy. But if they get spooked, Jansen could have a miniature stampede on his hands. Timing is critical.
You want a couple flakes?
Okay, swing.
The investigators quickly position the metal fences enclosing the horses.
All right, just hold what you got. Let them calm down. All right, push it in farther. Easy now. Go out the escape hatch. That's good, that's good, that's good.
The plan works, and the horses are loaded without anybody getting hurt.
Open it back up. Let's do it again.
That's why you're the chief.
Yes, you better believe it.
The horses are in a large trailer towed by a 4x4.
The horses head to the shelter, where Houston SPCA vet Dr. Barbara Call is waiting.
My biggest concern with him is his hooves. This white line here, this is all hoof that should have been trimmed back. It has grown completely over the bottom of his foot. So he's literally walking on what would be a curled fingernail. His feet are horrific. It looks like somebody's just let his toes grow out and taken a saw and cut them off. This is extremely painful. It'd be like walking in a pair of high heels and falling off the heel every time you walk. And so all those ligaments and tendons that would be in your own hand would be torn every single time. So I don't know how much damage underneath there is to those ligaments and tendons, but this is a very painful process for an animal. I'm surprised he's standing, but as you can see, if he has to turn, he doesn't leave that foot down, he picks it up.
The owner wants his horses back, but Dr. Call thinks they'll die if they're returned. It'll be up to the Houston SPCA to build a case and ensure the horses will be given a chance for a better life.
He's gotten a lot better since they've been air conditioning.
Back at the shelter,
Staying with them, right?
Okay.
Where's the dog? Here.
Right here. Hi, puppy. Are you scared?
Her front leg is very swollen.
Oh my lord,
Yeah,
that's
see?
twice the size.
Yeah.
That's horrendous. Let me pull it from the back. We're done. Are we good? Do we need metal pliers?
We might, unless, is there something to unhook it with? How is that on, anyway? She's not gonna bother us too much.
Probably it went around her neck.
Her
she
neck,
got
and
a,
she
she
tried
got
to
a
get her
leg
leg up.
in there. You are such a good girl.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
She feels hot. I'm gonna take her temperature.
Hey, baby girl, don't be scared.
her temperature is taken.
Don't be scared.
104.4.
She needs a full blood.
She definitely has a fever. When dogs get a temperature over 105, which she's pretty close to 105, they can start to have organ damage, and that can be serious and even life-threatening if we don't get the temperature down.
Vet Roberta Westbrook.
We are giving her fluids intravenously to bring down her, to improve the circulation and also bring down her temperature. It really helps. After we have bolus some fluids, that is giving a large volume of fluid at a very short period. We are going to give her a bath so that we can bring the temperature down.
Once the dog's temperature has been lowered, the team can continue the exam.
The male vet takes the dog's blood sample.
It doesn't take long for Westbrook to make a startling discovery.
She's lactating. Did she have puppies with her? She's lactating. She must have recently had a litter.
Ooh, that's engorged.
Yeah, so I mean, she's lactating. She might have some puppies somewhere that she was nursing, because she's not currently pregnant. I don't palpate any fetuses in her abdomen. So she's probably nursing some puppies somewhere.
Back in the garden with the dogs.
Broke his leash.
If there are puppies on the property, finding them will be tough.
There is a white one that's loose too, but the black one is charging.
The investigators are taking photos for evidence while waiting for Deputy Kendrick to return with the seizure warrant. But many of the dogs are aggressive, and the situation is becoming increasingly dangerous.
These dogs will bite people. We don't want anyone to get bit.
Officer Price receives a phone call.
Hello?
Hi, Tricia. This is Dr. Westbrook. I was just calling to see if you all had found any puppies on the property because the dog that we have here is lactating.
Like newborn puppies?
If you guys can find some, please look for them because I think we should expect to find a litter of puppies on the property as well.
Okay, well, we will look for those puppies for you. Thank you for calling.
If there are any puppies on the property, they could die without their mother's milk. The team will have to risk life and limb to save them.
Animal Cops, Houston.
What's the point of rewards that aren't rewarding? Pick your own reward when you buy your car, home or van insurance at Confused.com.
There are so many reasons why our care assistants enjoy doing what they do. And there are even more reasons why they choose to do it with Bluebird Care. To find out more about joining the Bluebird Care family, visit bluebirdcarecareers.co.uk. Bluebird Care, more than just a career in care.
Being a private landlord isn't easy. You've done all the right checks, but sometimes life can deal your tenant a bad hand, leaving them unable to pay rent and you worrying everything will fall down like a house of cards. Adding Direct Line's rent guarantee to your new landlord policy is like having an ace up your sleeve, covering you for unpaid rent and legal fees until they move out. That's playing your cards just right. Sounds like magic? Nope, it's £84 for the first year. That's the equivalent of £7 per month. Search Direct Line Landlord Insurance. We're on it.
I'm sure you'll agree that the footage you're seeing now is pretty shocking. This is Barney. When our field officers found him, he was trapped in this old horse box, covered in sores and his own feces. But even in his state, emaciated and living in appalling conditions, Barney didn't give up. My colleagues remember his bravery. He was calling out, desperate to attract the attention of anyone who could help him. The truth is, Barney's story isn't unique. The horses that we rescue are often hungry and in urgent need of life-saving medical attention. Your donation can help pay to get one of our field officers on the scene in time to save a horse in need, so we can bring them back to health at our centres and rehome them with a caring family. Please, call 0800 472 5244 or go online now and give just £3 a month. We didn't get the chance to find Barney a new, caring home. Despite his perseverance and bravery, he was just too ill. His condition deteriorated, and even after days of nursing and care, sadly, Barney didn't make it. Barney's actions in raising the alarm helped save the lives of 36 horses taken from the same farm. There are thousands of horses just like Barney out there right now who we can save if we act quickly. Please give what you can to help us be there for a horse that needs us. Call today and give your support.
From early risers to lion lovers, night shift workers to sunshine seekers, home restorers to gadget gurus, and from the energy savers to the DIYers, Blinds to Go has something for every home. And because you put them up, we can lower the price. Quality blinds and curtains at up to 60% cheaper than the high street equivalent. With thousands of styles to choose from, go to blindstogo.co.uk.
Oh, hello. Hiya. I was just thinking about what you were telling me about. Pure cremation.
Were you?
I might give him a ring. I mean, I don't want anything fancy when I go. And it's not just you lot I have to worry about, is it now? I just don't want my kids to have the stress or worry about the money.
Yes, exactly. Getting it sorted and paid for has taken a weight off my mind. It cost less than I expected, and now they...
Hey, Gran!
will be able to remember me the way they want to.
Find out why the UK's best-selling plan is the simple, fuss-free, pure cremation plan. Rated excellent on Trustpilot with over 13,000 reviews. Chat to our lovely people by calling now on 0800 160 1070 or visit purecremation.tv.
Don't worry, no need to adjust your TV. You aren't seeing double. Our 125 gig SIM now includes double data. That's double the streaming, double the gaming, and double the fun. Get a massive 250 gigs on the UK's best network. Know what's not doubling? The price. It's still £23 a month. So get to it on the double.
We're going to find some interesting bits, aren't we?
Angus Ashworth has a knack
Look at that.
for digging out extraordinary objects.
Angus is the go-to guy.
He'll give them new life
We'll find some good homes for it all.
and their owners a fresh start.
900.
Wow.
So you'll be taking home £19,551. It's a good day, isn't it?
Brand new, the Yorkshire Auction House. Monday at 9 on Really. And stream previous series now on Discovery Plus.
Animal Cops, Houston.
While a mother dog lies sick and injured at the Houston SPCA, the whereabouts of her newborn puppies is unknown. At the property where the dog was rescued, investigator Tricia Price and the team are fending off 8 hostile dogs.
Broke his leash.
They're waiting for the warrant, which will allow them to move in and find the puppies.
At the courthouse.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to present before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So, you got?
I do.
What do you got?
This is a warrant. There are 8 adult dogs on the property. None of them have water. Most of them don't have shelter.
Definitely pick up all the animals right away.
Thank you, Judge.
Deputy Kendrick leaves the courthouse and reports in.
Be advised, I have the warrant. Y'all can start loading those animals now. I'm on the way back to the location.
Back at the property.
The team has no way of knowing whether the puppies are even alive. They'll only find out once they've gotten past the pack of aggressive dogs that stand in their way.
Hey, you sit down. You sit down. Sit down. Stay down. You stay down.
So you back up and he charges. He was coming at us earlier. When he first got loose, man, he was brave.
Some of the dogs are running loose, and the investigators have to watch each other's backs.
There should be a white. He's coming! He's coming! Whoa!
Price is of a medium build with long brown hair. She looks warily around.
Huh? Sit down. It's okay. Calm down.
With Price keeping guard, investigator Debbie Michelson finally secures the first dog.
There we go, baby.
Got him?
Yeah.
Now, how to get him off with all this?
Come on, baby.
The dog bites the catch pole.
It's okay. Stop. Settle down. Straighter shot. Good catch pole now again, so.
Coming out.
After more than an hour, all the dogs have been rescued.
I think mainly these dogs are scared. I don't think that they're going to be that aggressive once they get out of this pack mentality. I think they'll be good dogs just given the chance.
Price can finally turn her attention to the newborn puppies. She finds what she's looking for in an old crate at the back of the property.
I bet you guys are hungry. I bet they're starving. You know, I mean, because that was the mama. Come on, little runt.
The puppies are alive, but they're in bad shape.
Look at them. They're absolutely covered in fleas. These are the puppies of the one that was hanging. So these guys are probably dehydrated and everything else.
Oh, I
My
know.
goodness, you had a bunch of babies.
No, how many was that? I didn't even
Somebody count.
9. 9
9
puppies.
puppies.
It's vital that the pups are reunited with their mother as soon as possible. Price will be back to make sure the owner pays for their cruel neglect.
An investigator places the puppy's crate into the van and drives off. ETA 20 minutes.
Meanwhile, investigator Debbie Michelson is diverted to another urgent case.
Base to 104, we received a report about a dog in severe distress in Crosby. Your urgent assistance is needed.
It is healing. It was healing. Now he's
At the scene, a Labrador puppy named Hunter has a painful neck wound. His owner claims the injury was caused by an interfering neighbor.
This is what the neighbor put on my dog. We had to cut it off with bolt cutters.
The owner shows a chain.
And that's the blood.
Michelson has seen this kind of injury before. As an animal grows, the collar tightens, and if not replaced, it can become embedded in the skin. The owner claims her neighbor put the chain on the dog 2 days ago, but Michelson knows it takes months of neglect to develop such a deep wound. She decides to play it cool until law enforcement arrives.
As with any case of ours, there's a deputy coming out to look at it and see what his opinion is of the situation and of the animal, and then he would make a determination as to where we would go from here.
Deputies Ronald Rodriguez and David Green arrived to evaluate the situation.
This is the collar that was cut off. There was blood on it. There's blood up there. Apparently she cut it off last week. She's tried to tell me that the neighbors put the chain on the dog and it's their fault and that it got embedded in one night.
It's her dog, but the neighbors changed it up?
According to her, yes.
They approach the owner, whose face is blurred on camera, and examine the dog.
Deputy Rodriguez questions the owner.
Where'd you get the dog from?
We bought it from the ex-owners.
Ex-owner?
Yes.
How old is he?
He's right at 8 months, but we've had him since he was like this.
Tiny.
And I've got the chain. Did you see the chain?
The collar?
Well, it's a chain.
Right, it's chain collar.
It was embedded in his neck.
An embedded collar usually, to grow into a neck would take a while to grow in.
Yeah.
And they cut it out themselves and dug it out.
Yeah, he grew into it.
Yes.
No doubt he grew into it. You know, if they've had him since he's a puppy.
The team has seen enough and decides to act while there's still time to save the dog.
What we're going to do is we're going to take him, get him seen by a vet, okay? Now, next week on Tuesday, you're going to have a hearing at the court, okay? To talk to the judge. Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and wrap up this, take the last of our photos, and get out of here so we can get the dog back and get it treated, and we'll deal with her next week in court. Okay, thanks.
The wounded dog is taken to Houston SPCA. ETA is 25 minutes. Meanwhile, the lactating dog is being examined by the vets.
Back at the Houston SPCA hospital, there's a problem.
Wearing surgical gloves, Dr. Roberta Westbrook checks the dog.
The dog, rescued after she was discovered hanging in a backyard, is unable to stand. The team suspects her leg could be broken, and she could also be suffering with neurological problems.
Dr. Westbrook feels the dog's front leg.
The prognosis would be much better if she doesn't have any broken bones, so we'll take some x-rays and see what we find.
In the x-ray room, the nurses are inspecting the dog's results.
The swelling is right here, right?
There are 9 newborn puppies heading to the shelter that desperately need their mother. Everyone's keeping their fingers crossed that there are no complications.
There's like a little space right here where the humerus should articulate with the scapula. And it almost looks like the top of the humerus is sitting behind that little space, like it's not sitting right inside the joint. But I just want to get a second opinion about that. It looks just a little suspicious to me.
If there are neurological problems with the leg, it might have to be amputated. An appointment will be made with a specialist. In the meantime, the dog is taken somewhere warm and finally reunited with her pups.
And I think she's very happy to just probably be in a comfortable area with food and water. And I think she'll adjust to getting her babies back. We're hungry.
Deputy Kendrick is relieved to see the mother dog looking more comfortable.
Mama looks a lot better than she did on the scene. He's upside down.
The puppies hungrily feed from their mother.
No, I had it first. she's not so glassy-eyed, and seems like she's doing a little better. She's not so agitated. There's no milk over here.
It's been a very long day. I guess we were out on the scene for about close to 3.5 hours. All the dogs are now back at the shelter where they can get the care that they desperately need. The mama and its babies are back together, so let's hope that everybody really does well tonight.
They're really cute.
The team won't know how badly the dog's been affected until she's seen by a specialist. Whatever the outcome, Price is determined to make sure cruelty charges are brought against her owner.
You're a good mama. You are. Yeah.
Animal Cops, Houston.
My funeral plan's arrived.
Oh, right, Mum. Great.
Is your mum all right?
Oh, yeah. She's just,
Granny says she wants to get things sorted now, so we won't have to worry about it.
Oh?
It's pure cremation, Jean. Here, have a look. When I go, they'll take care of the practical bit and bring my ashes home. It's all sorted and paid for, so my family won't have the worry. No fuss, no hidden costs. Just what I want.
Oh, I see.
And Granny says we'll have to have a party and remember the nice things. But it won't be for ages yet.
Find out why the UK's best-selling plan is the simple, fuss-free, pure cremation plan. Rated excellent on Trustpilot with over 13,000 reviews. Chat to our lovely people by calling now on 0800 170 7686 or visit purecremation.tv.
Want the chance to win up to £5,000 for free? Then play Tombola's daily free game, Freeform. You could be one of our 60,000 winners every week. It's totally free to play with no deposit or wagering requirements. Come join the fun for free, only at Tombola.
My dad used to tell me a story. When he was a pilot in the war, he got shot down and taken prisoner. In the camp, it was the most bitter winter, and there was barely anything to eat. He almost died. But then the parcels arrived from the Red Cross, full of food and medical supplies. I think of Dad, seeing those boxes, knowing that people cared. And I think of all those the Red Cross movement have helped since then. Wherever people are vulnerable, you see their emblem. It means protection in the darkest hour, comfort when it's needed most, hope when all seems lost. When I wrote my will, I remembered what the British Red Cross did for Dad. That's why I decided to leave them a gift. Now I know that whatever happens in the world, I'll be there, through that symbol. Will you be there too?
Search Red Cross Wills today to find out more, including how to make or amend your will for free.
Staying in is the new going out. With BT Broadband at just $26.99 a month on a 24-month contract. Get super fast, super strong, super entertaining fibre for the whole household. Plus a £20 money-back speed guarantee and Norton security. So switch to BT today and make staying in the new going out.
The UK's first human heart transplant has been completed, supported by the British Heart Foundation.
We were a noisy generation, but it might be something quiet we do that becomes our greatest legacy. Leave a gift in your will to the British Heart Foundation and fund groundbreaking research that could help save millions of lives. Search BHF Wills.
Why do so many people say yes to weight loss with Jane Plan? Let's see.
No guessing, the meals are all calorie controlled.
No more big shops. All my meals are delivered to my door.
No doubt about it. I lost weight.
No brainer. There's nutritionists to talk to and even a behaviour psychologist.
No letdown for me. The food is delicious.
No doubt. I lost weight and it stayed lost.
Say yes to Jane Plan. Save 25% every month.
was no accident. It was planned.
He stated, I killed him.
Brand new Murder in the Heartland. Thursdays at 10 on ID. And stream previous series now on Discovery+.
When someone looks different, it can really have an impact on them. If you're missing a body part, I can make a new one for you so real that people won't notice. Ready?
Oh my God.
Is it anything like what you imagined? No? It's better.
Body Parts. Tuesday at 10 on Really. Or stream the full series now on Discovery+.
Animal Cops, Houston.
At the Houston SPCA shelter, the Labrador puppy named Hunter has arrived. Investigator Debbie Michelson wants an expert opinion on the wound to his neck.
Veterinarian Dr. Barbara Carl examines Hunter.
Okay. This side the chain didn't cut into. But this side, look at that. Wow. So it's gone through the dermis into the subcutis and it's getting ready to go down into the muscle layer. I'm sorry. It hurts, doesn't it? It hurts, buddy. Okay. No, this is not a one-night trauma. You can see the darker tissue in there. That's the muscle layer. So it's gone through almost 3 tissue layers, and that takes a long time to do. This is to the point where it may need surgery to close those tissue layers, depending on what we find once we shave this off. It hurts bad. This is just so sensitive down here.
She shaves Hunter around the neck wound.
The hard part is getting into these. He's very sensitive on this tissue, and we may need to just sedate him to get this done. I'm going to go ahead and sedate him to get this done.
Hunter is injected with a sedative.
This has been there a long time because, see this tissue starting to try to granulate? Yeah. It's starting to try to granulate in. So that is a long time that this has been like that. Wowee, that's deep. This was getting ready to tear open around this edge as well. I know, Hunter. Yeah, you're a good boy. I'm sorry this happened to you.
At the scene, the owner claimed that a neighbor put the collar on Hunter for just one night. The overwhelming medical evidence proves otherwise.
You just never know what owners will say to protect themselves and put their animal at risk. And it's very frustrating when an owner will lie, and she just doesn't deserve a dog like this. That's what I think.
In court, it'll be up to Michelson to make sure the Houston SPCA wins custody of Hunter.
You're a good boy, Hunter.
Only then will he have a chance of finding a new home.
Back to the case of the neglected horses.
The stalls haven't been cleaned ever, so they're standing on dirt that's as high as a foot to 2 foot.
His feet are horrific. It looks like somebody's just let his toes grow out and taken a saw and cut them off. This is just horrible, absolutely horrible. I think she's the skinniest horse I've ever seen here.
Status, custody hearing. At the Waller County Commissioner's Court, Judge Charles Karish presides over the case. He's a medium-height man who is balding. He has short facial hair and is wearing glasses and a beige-coloured suit. He sits down on a leather armchair at a large desk.
The owner of the 26 horses has arrived to fight for custody. Senior investigator Christy Franks and Dr. Barbara Call will make the case for the Houston SPCA.
Counsel, would you approach, please?
Many of the horses are still in critical condition. Winning the case could be a matter of life or death.
You have been sworn in?
Yes, sir. Tell the judge your name and how you're employed.
My name's Christy Franks. I'm the senior investigator for the Houston SPCA.
District Attorney Lori Sellers wants to hear the reasons why the team decided to seize the horses.
There's several of the horses that their feet have been growing for such the length of time that they've now turned out, and the horse is walking on the improper part of the foot. They're walking on what should be the wall of the foot instead of the sole of the foot. So that causes lameness. It can cause problems with the bones in their legs.
Dr. Carl approaches.
Have you been sworn in?
Yes, I have, sir. General impression when I first looked at the horses was that they were underweight, poor hair coats, lethargic, poor hoof conformation from lack of care. There was one particular horse whose hoof care has been so poor for so long that the bone structure actually had to modify in order for that horse to be able to stand on the hind limb.
Do you have an opinion as to whether or not any of these horses could or should be returned?
I would not return any of these horses.
Okay, thank you. You have the right to cross-examine this witness and ask any questions.
I don't have any questions for him.
The owner chooses not to cross-examine Dr. Call.
If you choose, and you may call any witnesses that you have at this.
Dr. Baker.
Okay. You call Dr. Baker?
Yeah.
Dr. Baker, I believe you've been sworn in?
Yes.
After examining the horses at the Houston SPCA, Dr. Barbara Call believes that many will die if returned to their owner. The owner's vet is called to testify.
My assessment was basically much of his problem at that time was nutritional. And I felt like if he would maintain his overall herd on a very good nutritional program, I felt like those horses that were thin would gain weight.
The owner's vet also acknowledges that the weight problem is one of many. Some of the horses are lame, others have severe dental problems, and the condition of the stables is appalling. District Attorney Lori Sellers makes a closing statement.
Judge, you've heard all the evidence, seen these pictures, horrendous pictures. These horses cannot live in that condition, in that environment. None of them are in good health. None of them should be returned. All of them need to be treated and taken care of by someone who can do so.
Do you have any final statement to make, sir?
No, I don't, Judge.
These horses depend on you. And the court, after hearing the testimony and examining the evidence, is of the opinion that all of the horses should be awarded to the SPCA, and the court hereby orders that. Any questions? Good luck, sir.
It felt really good today to get the animals out of there, get them in a situation where, you know, everything can be consistent for him, because there's times he takes good care of them and then there's times he can't afford to take care of them, or he doesn't feel well and he's not taking care of them. So it feels really good to get them out of that type of situation and get them in a nice home where they'll be taken care of consistently, where the people will be providing for them the way they should be.
At the vet's, a neurological exam is being done on the puppy's mother.
After bonding with the mother dog that was found hanging in a backyard, Deputy Christine Kendrick has decided to foster her along with her 9 pups. Kendrick's named the dog Jenny, and today she's taking her to a specialist to assess the damage to her leg.
Dr. Loretta Bubenik-Angerpen examines the dog, which is being comforted by Kendrick.
The Houston SPCA vet suspected Jenny's shoulder could be dislocated, but a quick exam proves otherwise.
She's not painful in her shoulder at all, so I think it's just a positioning problem on the x-rays that make it look like there could be a problem there.
It's positive news, but there are more serious concerns about possible neurological damage to the leg. If it is serious, there may be no option but to amputate.
I'm checking all the bones for evidence of pain to see if she has anything going on anywhere else that we need to be concerned about. If we're thinking about amputating that leg for some reason, we need to make sure her other legs are also normal so she can get around okay. What we're trying to do right now is make sure she knows where her feet are. So any animal that you flip their feet over like this, they should sense that that's an abnormal position and they should put it back right away. I'm going to test this side, which is the side she was dragging.
The doctor places Jenny's paw inwardly, but there is no reaction from her.
You can see there's still quite a delay on this side.
After checking Jenny's reflexes, Dr. Bubenik comes to a decision.
If those nerves were torn, those nerves aren't as important for weight bearing as the radial nerve is, which comes down here. So it's a potential she could keep her leg. She might have a permanent limp on it. That's not actually a painful limp, but just a gait abnormality associated with having nerve injury. But it doesn't necessarily mean she has to lose her leg.
Would that nerve regenerate with exercise?
It has a possibility.
This is exactly what Kendrick was hoping for.
Jenny hobbles.
Good girl.
I think we got some good news today from the veterinarian here, and we'll just take it slow, one day at a time. Hopefully get her on some pain medication and hopefully get some function back in this leg. She's a really sweet dog. Really gets along with. She got along with the cats. She got along with my dogs. So I'm glad that the outcome is going to be hopefully what we think it's going to be, and she'll be adoptable soon.
Kendrick's confident that the Houston SPCA will win custody of all the dogs seized from the property. With Jenny well on the way to a new life, the team can now turn their attention to seeking justice for her cruel treatment.
A small and newly painted wooden building is situated in a sanded field.
At the Houston SPCA stable, the veterinary team has begun working on the miniature horses seized from Waller County. One in particular is causing concern. John Bond's hooves are in horrible condition. The team is worried that he might have to be humanely euthanized. They've called in farrier Steve Wisniewski to see if anything can be done.
Well, he's in your hands.
Farrier Steve Wisniewski examines the miniature horse's hooves.
Wow, this I've never seen before. What we're looking at, we should be looking at a frog, we should be looking at the bottom of his foot, but we're not. This is not the bottom of his foot. What we're seeing is this hoof wall has actually grown over and around and wrapped around the bottom of this horse's foot. See, we pick up this foot and we can actually see the bottom of the foot. You know, we can see some landmarks. Here's his frog. It's kind of crooked and hard, but at least he's got a frog. There's one of his bars. There's the other bar growing around there. And we can see the outline of the hoof wall. I mean, you know, that's overgrown it may be and ugly, but that's a foot. And that's what a foot should look like. But when we look at this, come here, little buddy, we don't see any of that. We're going to need to sedate him. I'm going to have to put a grinder on that foot and try to get that hoof. I don't know how sensitive that hoof wall is going to be.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay.
Yeah, we might see some blood on this one.
Hunter's update.
Now he's scratching. He's very healthy. But this is what the neighbor put on my dog. We had to cut it off with bolt cutters. And that's the blood.
Okay, no, this is not a one-night trauma. You can see the darker tissue in there, that's the muscle layer. So it's gone through almost 3 tissue layers, and that takes a long time to do.
Now Hunter's medical update.
When Dr. Call initially examined Hunter, she feared he might have to undergo surgery to repair the wound caused by a collar embedded in his neck. Today, she'll find out.
Hi, boy. This way. Let's take a look at your neck. Hi. Yeah. He's very energetic. This is good granulation tissue that's growing in. So the cleaning and the medicating has been working really well on him. The growth coming in is much better than I expected. This was that large rim of granulation tissue that was separated probably about 1.5 inches, and it is starting to resolve and become normal tissue again. So that's very, very good. Very good. And then the underside is really improving. Oh, my. Good boy.
Looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Much better than it was, by a long shot. The scabs are all starting to come off, which is good. So he's got some healthy tissue growing in. So this does not need surgery to finish closing, because we only have these 2 large areas here that need to really close up. The rest is starting to do very well on its own. So what we'll do is we're going to sedate him and get him ready for his neuter surgery. And in the process of doing that, we'll go ahead and give this another really good deep cleaning and get all the crusties off there so that it can heal. Yeah, good boy. And then I think he would probably be a really good candidate for a foster program. I think that would be good for him until this heals up the rest of the way to get him ready for adoption. Hunter, you're a good healer.
Animal Cops, Houston.
This is a 30-second ad. That's not long, but it's long enough to do something that could save you money on your energy bills. In 30 seconds, you can turn a boiler flow temperature down here, or switch these off there. Change this, reduce that, close these, or turn this down in a room you're not using. Each one you do will be 30 seconds well spent. They all add up and could save you money. Visit gov.uk/save energy for more energy saving ideas.
Staying in is the new going out. With BT Broadband at just $26.99 a month on a 24-month contract. Get super fast, super strong, super entertaining fibre for the whole household. Plus a £20 money-back speed guarantee and Norton Security. So switch to BT today and make staying in the new going out.
Washing with detergent alone can sometimes let you down. Boost every wash with a scoop of new Vanish. Even at 20 degrees, our Oxy Action formula lifts away the toughest stains, helping to keep your colours brighter for longer. So, wash it right first time to save on energy bills and save clothes. Clothes live longer with Vanish.
With Post Office Over 50s life cover, you can have the time of your life, safe in the knowledge we'll pay out money when your time is up. UK resident 50 to 80, your guaranteed acceptance. No health checks, and from just £1.15 a week. Plus, free 24/7 GP access with the health and wellbeing benefit. Purchase and receive a £100 gift card for Amazon.co.uk, Tesco or M&S. Call Post Office on 0800 171 2211.
I don't go to school because my mom and dad have no money to take me to school. I want so much to go to school, like my friends.
I used to go to school before, but I had to stop when I got to class 5 because we were unable to raise the school fees.
Millions of girls around the world like Salma and Margaret are missing the education that is their right. Often they have to drop out of school in order to work. Many girls aren't paid for the work they do, and their lives are being held back.
I feel bad when I see my friends going to school because they're getting educated, but I am left behind.
Help ActionAid get girls around the world back to school where they belong. Call 0800 035 4335 or go online now and give £3 a month. Your gift will help fund girls' education and get them back in the classroom where they belong, providing the education that can take a girl out of poverty and allow her to create her own brighter future. You'll help our campaign to make education open to all girls. Please call ActionAid on 0800 035 4335 or go online and give £3 a month now. Because girls want the education that is their right.
Discovery Plus, a whole world of unmissable entertainment. Here are a few hidden gems. Explore the Hidden Gems collection on Discovery Plus.
Cornwall, idyllic and peaceful. But all this can change in an instant. Follow the extraordinary work of the Cornwall Air Ambulance.
Cycle event tonight. 40-odd, you can't move his limbs. They believe you might have a skull fracture.
And witness the highs and lows of life-saving missions.
Breathe on the gas.
I fell off from that height.
Is this painful at all?
I'll be looking after you the whole time, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Brand new Cornwall Air 999 starts Friday the 24th of March on Quest.
Coming up tonight, Dr. Pimple Popper removes a huge lump from a woman's leg, transforming her life at 9 o'clock. Then restoring confidence with a follicle fix at the hair loss clinic at 10. And terror strikes at 11 from a mansion haunted by the spirit of George Washington in Ghost Adventures on Really.
Animal Cops, Houston.
At the Houston SPCA stables, farrier Steve Wisniewski is attempting a risky procedure to save a miniature horse named John Bond.
You have to have done this before. This is not, you don't want this to be the first time you grind on a horse's hoof. You got to know what you're doing. You got to understand the pressure. You got to understand, you don't want to push too hard, and you got to learn to keep your hand out of the way.
John Bond's hoofs are so seriously neglected that he could be beyond help. Drastic situations call for drastic measures, so John Bond is sedated, allowing Steve to gently grind away at the hoof wall. What it reveals is shocking.
Stephen reveals the frog under the wall-encased hoof.
There's his frog. I'm hoping that because this thing has grown over for so long, that blood supply has been pinched off, is what I'm hoping for. If we're lucky. If not, we're going to find out here in about 5 minutes.
As Stephen continues grinding, a trail of blood trickles down the base of the horse's hoof.
Well, we know how far we can go now.
He clips the hoof. Spots of blood are on the floor.
We may have to do some thinking outside the box here with his foot.
Steve needs to help John Bond's hoof wall to straighten out. And after a little thought, he comes up with a plan.
I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of those feet, try to build him a platform for him a flat platform for him to walk on. And, you know, we just need to try and get these hoof walls to start growing straight. That's going to be his savior. Once we get a hoof wall growing the right direction, we're home free. What this glue is going to do is prevent that hoof wall from rolling on him. It's going to keep it straight as he walks along. If the glue falls off, we just come back, put another set of glue on there, and he's fine. I'm basically making him a new hoof wall is what I'm doing. I'm going to dictate how I want him to walk. It's nice and hard. It's still hot. I mean, there's a chemical reaction going on in there as it's solidifying. But, you know, he's got support. So now if that hoof wall, before it kind of wants to roll, because he still isn't standing on the inside of the hoof wall. I'm not worried about that because all his weight's still out on the outside. If you look at his leg now, his leg is nice and straight. Whereas before his knees were in a little bit. I think we've accomplished all we're going to accomplish today. It still doesn't look very pretty, but on these cases like this, it's function more than form that I'm looking for. I'm satisfied with what we've got today.
It's a positive start, but if John Bond is to make a full recovery, Steve will need to dedicate many months to his care.
File update on Jenny, the hanging dog.
What we're going to do is do an exigent circumstance on the one. We'll take it, get it off the property.
She's lactating. Did she have puppies with her?
I bet you guys are hungry.
But I just want to get a second opinion about that. It looks just a little suspicious to me.
I think she does have some nerve damage to this leg that may or may not end up being permanent, but it may not mean that she can't use her leg in the future.
Status, custody hearing. At Harris County Courthouse, the hearing takes place with Judge Dale Korczynski presiding and Deputy Kendrick present.
The dog's owner has failed to show for the custody hearing, and Judge Dale Korczynski doesn't need to deliberate long before making his decision.
It looks terrible. This is really hard. All right. Is there anything else you need to tell me? I pretty much have this one figured out. I'm awarding all the animals to the use of SPCA. I am awarding the monetary damage you see, and it's not my choice to make, but this looks criminal to me. It looks like a criminal offense. It doesn't look like neglect. So, if you want my suggestion, I think this needs to be pursued. All right, thank you.
Deputy Christine Kendrick has every intention of doing just that.
Hey, Chris, come on in.
Hello, Belinda. How are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good.
She's arranged a meeting with Assistant DA Belinda Smith to file charges of animal cruelty against the owner.
Who called it in?
A neighbor called that one. The neighbor called us because that one dog was hanging. It had gotten tangled up in its lead, and then its leg was through its collar, and she was hanging. So we got the warrant and removed the animals from the property. Once we got onto the property, we found that the hanging dog also had a litter of 9 puppies, newborn puppies and she'd been hanging that way for quite some time. So the puppies were really dehydrated because she couldn't get to them.
This is really an egregious case. We're going to definitely do 2 Class A's on the dog that was hanging. But let me see. Let's take the second charge.
Is that the brown chow?
Mm-hmm.
Now that the charges have been accepted, the legal system can move into gear, and the team is one step closer to getting justice for the dogs.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I feel satisfied, once she accepts the charge that, they're going to have to answer for what they did. And this is the process that we go through. And this is what I'm allowed to do by law. So I think I've done the best that I can.
An arrest warrant will now be issued. And if the suspect is found guilty, he could face hefty fines and the prospect of jail time.
File update on Hunter the dog and his embedded collar.
this is what the neighbor put on my dog.
And they cut it out themselves and dug it out. Wow. So it's gone through the dermis into the subcutis, and it's ready to go down into the muscle layer.
A medical evaluation takes place for Hunter.
The dog's owner failed to show up in court, and the Labrador named Hunter was awarded to the Houston SPCA. Investigator Debbie Michelson is working alongside law enforcement to pursue criminal charges.
Sometimes we see so many different cases, and some of the little intricacies of each case, tend to leave your mind. But when you're going back and you're putting these things together and you're looking at some of the photos, you realize how bad off this dog was. We're looking through it, and it's got, flicks of his skin that are coming off when they're trying to move him around or petting him. You can see chunks of his skin and how open the wound was, and, the conditions as he was left in. So, if you forget, the pictures will definitely remind you of the horror that this animal was living through. It was obvious in talking with these people when I did seize the animal that they didn't feel like they did anything wrong. So sometimes you have to give them a little push, and by filing criminal charges, and if that's the only way for them to realize, then that's what we need to do. I'd hate to see this happen to another animal that they own.
Hunter the Labrador has received the all clear from the Houston SPCA veterinary team. He's now in foster care with Janet Fox in West Houston.
We go out walking for about 4 or 5 miles every day, a couple of miles in the morning and about that much in the evening, and he keeps me going. If a squirrel or a dog run by, I run with him.
Hunter walks quickly down a sidewalk.
No. Where are you going?
Hunter is wearing a red harness and licks Janet as she hugs him.
It will still be months before Hunter's wound is completely healed, but Janet's pleased to see him making such good progress.
Hunter's neck is really healing very well, though you can still see where the wound was. He's recovering beautifully. It's not raw and open, so I'm hoping that with a little more time, as hair grows over it, that no one will remember that this happened to him. And I'm hoping that he'll forget that too.
Hunter sits contently panting with Janet on looking. File update on John Bon, the miniature horse.
Get on the other side of the gate, just wait for my signal.
We're gonna need to sedate him. I'm gonna have to put a grinder on that foot and try to get that hoof. I don't know how sensitive that hoof wall is gonna be. Yeah, we might see some blood on this one. Do some thinking outside the box here with his foot. I'm basically making him a new hoof wall is what I'm doing. I'm gonna dictate how I want him to walk.
Recovery status on John Bon.
It's been nearly 2 months since the miniature horse named John Bon was seized by the Houston SPCA.
See your little buddy?
Farrier Steve Wisniewski decided to foster him and has enjoyed watching his personality emerge.
He still thinks he's a stallion. He's been gelded. There's no doubt in his mind that he's a stallion.
And any stallion, no matter what size, can be a force to be reckoned with.
That says, I'm a stallion and I'm going to kick everybody's butt.
He kicks a metal fence, startling another horse.
When John Bon arrived at the shelter, there were fears he might have to be humanely euthanized. But Steve's now confident that with time, he'll make a full recovery.
Probably a better than 50% chance he's going to be staying here. So timing was pretty good for him. He was at the right place at the right time, and now he's got it made. He's on Easy Street. That's my boy. Come on. Come here, little buddy.
Audio description by Deluxe.